elsewhere, but let's not sleep on the DMV and one of the best safeties in the country, a 5-star in Jireh Edwards.
Jireh Edwards, St. Francis Academy, his teammate Edward Baker was one of the top linemen. A lot of people were making late pushes. He ends up at the SEC as a Vol. For me, I think that he could very well be in the SEC as well. Probably not a Tennessee Vol, but this is one of the guys, one of the most coveted edges in this class. I mean, the number 3 guy to come out of Maryland, the number 2 overall safety. I mean, when you watch his film, Mark, this is a kid who's just really a force on the film. He's played a lot of oversized slot receiver. At the slot, I think he just doesn't transform a plays. He's also been one of the cornerstone players for that St. Francis Academy. For those who don't follow prep football or Maryland football, St. Francis has one of the nation's most elite prep defenses, and he's been a force. I think he just is really good at targeting someone and triggering on that downhill. He's got great speed. I think he brings intensity, and I think he just brings a lot when he tackles. He's just got brutal strength, extremely athletic. He knows how to navigate through the tight gaps, breaking down those offenses. And again, I think he's just a really strong ball carrier. I think he's got a lot of potential. I mean, it's just like watching a chess master navigate through the grid. He's always 2 steps ahead. And I think he's just really good at with his fluidity. Another strong guy at the edge who's really good at mirroring routes when it comes to those wide receivers. Again, I think as he eases in, he's going to be dangerous. Again, this is a kid who's been another, max prep All-American. He's been a key defender, like I said, in that St. Francis Academy defense. They went 8-3. And again, he had 92 tackles, 6 PBUs, and 3 forced fumbles. So again, for those who don't follow St. Francis Academy elite, this is again another elite program producing an elite top defense, and Jireh Edwards looking to make his decision. I think that when this really shifted, I think Oregon had a lot of momentum going into one of the most coveted safeties in this class, Mark. But after he made that announcement of canceling the visits, which we talked about, when he broke that, and I think that the momentum shifted down to the SEC, and none other than the Crimson Tide. He went down to Alabama, took in there, and I think that for me, this is the one that is going to be the shoe. And I really I think that this is a no-brainer. There was a lot of programs knocking on the door, still continue, but again, after that Oregon visit got canceled, he heads down to what people have said and he shared has been his dream school. Alabama has been one of those schools that he's just dreamt about having the opportunity to be considered at. And now this is where I think that he lands heading into the spring. He saw, like I said, Clemson was one of those teams. Clemson, being close by in radius, taking a lot of talent out of that Maryland pool. But I think when it's all said and done, that this is going to be another big recruiting weekend and another big win to build that Alabama defense. And I think it gets stronger later today. And I see Edwards heading down from St. Francis down to Tuscaloosa for the Crimson Tide.
Make sure you're locked in with us here at On the Move at the Voice of College Football. We typically come your way Wednesdays, 8:30 Eastern, so remember that. But subscribe to the channel. Keep the bell on for the notifications. That's how you know we're going live. And so that's the key right there. Please turn on the bell for the notifications to know when we go live. Sometimes we've got to switch up the schedule. LeeAnn's busy. I've got some things going as well. And sometimes we got to switch it up. But typically Wednesdays, 8:30 Eastern time, taking your calls as well. And this is the time to steer the ship, produce the show, call in and tell us what you want to hear in the world of college football and specifically recruiting.